Hey everyone, this is Will from Productions², and we're back for some more of our Gnomoria walkthrough. Let's go ahead and get Winterlie loaded up here. Okay, good. If you're wondering why I said good, I'd actually done some recording earlier today. Actually, I was just doing it a little while ago, but I opened up a cavern in one of the parts of our mine, and it totally just lagged out the game. I think because there was stuff like beetles or something that had loaded down there and had just grown to extreme craziness, and it took like 3.5 minutes for any one simple, tiny action to be undertaken. So I went ahead and I tried to save it first, and I thought, well, wait a second here, why am I doing this? I shouldn't be trying to save it, because if I do that, then it'll, you know, we'll get stuck in that way, and then we'll have to restart the entire map, which would be horrible because, well, because it would. I need to go check on something really quick though. I think I just did something really stupid, and I'll have to kind of update you on stuff that happened. But let me go check. Pardon my French, and please cover your ears, of course, though. If you're on YouTube, you pretty much expect there to be some cussing. But, fuck me if I didn't delete that footage before I thought about it. Had a second thought about it. So what happened was that we started on the 8th of fall, so that's like 5 days ago, simply that we're missing. But I decided to try and switch over to doing more, putting most of my gnomes into haulers, so we could get some stuff cleared up, like the tens of hundreds of strawberries that are just sitting in a small portion of these fields here, and such. And then I was mining down for silver, platinum, gold, and iron, and that's when I opened up that cave and totally screwed us over. So we're gonna go right back into it here, starting from the 1st of winter. And actually, I might be able to save these gnomes. We got 19 gnomes that are coming. What I need to do first, though, is to deal with the, I need to take off the stuff I have set right now, because it is just total, it's gonna bog us down to hell and back. So, I have it on miners, farmers, and, I think it's miners and farmers, maybe, have hauling on them. I need to check, though, because I might also have them on, no, I think it's just those. So, okay, yeah. So now what we need to do is, we need to try to bring our gnomes down. We got 19 gnomes. Last time there were 16, so we got 3 more, which is interesting. So military. We'll leave one group out there to try to be, yeah, kind of, decoys, if you will, so that the other ones can get down here, hopefully. Got 19 more gnomes. I could use that many new gnomes. Although I'd have to, you know, go about building tons more personal quarters, but we could deal with that. But what I couldn't do with 19 more gnomes. Well, 15 in this case. I'm not going to make a whole nother thing. We're going to leave 4 out there as distractors. And hopefully, those are the ones don't fall us down here. The mans don't fall us down here. Follow the ones that come down here. Because I have no means of dealing with them yet. Well, I might be able to send my guys out there and kill a few of them. I shouldn't say that there aren't any means at my disposal of dealing with them. There could be ways to deal with them. But I don't want to sacrifice any of my gnomes just yet. Even if it means getting more gnomes. And the droolers, of course. So, of these gnomes, I think most of them probably go as haulers. builders. Because that's really what I need the most of right now. I might set a few engineers. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up our... Well, we've got that one, the driller, so we need to set up the other ones for here. Loan sharks and then the despairing knives. Okay, we'll go back. We've got 1 speed here. Pop has died. Still got all of our guys now, so... So they gotta come through all this, though. That's the problem. I mean, this huge, just mountain of mats. Were we able to get any down here? So far, no. Mats have got us totally cornered. What was killing these guys here? So we can't see what killed them. I know for sure it wasn't us. That'd be amazing. Down to 9. How many nomads? It doesn't list that here. 2 left. We got 2 nomads left. Damn. They're probably in the process of getting their heads bitten off or something. Look at all these bloody damn mats. Holy crap. There's absolutely no way anything can survive through there, not even a merchant. Jesus. Freaking Christ. Now look at all these things. There's like 100 of them out here. Oh, there's a goblin out here, I see. Oh, screw it, we're not going to be able to get him. It's just not going to happen. So. Should probably try on getting armor and stuff next time around. No, there's no hope for them. Totally owned. Okay, so what's the... let's see what's going on. Okay, so they're moving these things over here now. How are my torches doing? I think I made a bunch of torches. Yeah, okay, we got all the torches. So we need to make the crates again. We had a whole crap load of crates we were making. For that area of stockpile back behind our farms in this floor, so that we could store all of the crap in there. Designate, no, build, that was right the first time. Storage crates, build. So essentially I went all the way up to here with them. And I put a few over here. Let's go back to our population sign, our professions rather. Farmers. And hauling. And miners. Oops. And hauling. Okay. That'll give us a ton more haulers so we get this work done quickly. more so than even the 19 that were just showing up. And they'll spend lots of time over here just trying to get that stuff done. Once we're done with that, we'll move back down here and have them collect up the rest of the ore. That took a while though. Even after we're doing this thing, it took like maybe another 10, 15, 20 minutes for that, so we got some time. Can't remember what I was talking about before. We had some in-depth stuff going on now. Just can't remember what the hell it was. So, oh well. Alright. Crap. What I had planned to do when I was digging for gold and all that stuff was I was gonna go ahead and go through and do the floors out in gold and then do these walls out in platinum. That was the main reason I was looking, and silver to finish off with the statues there. And of course we needed more iron for the steel armor and such. We need tons of it, and we don't have nearly enough. Be nice if I get a damn merchant down here. That'll never happen though with the way things are going out there with the manse yet. Well, last time though, some goblins came in and totally started kicking ass. So it might be possible during the spring of next year to get some. I forget what the day. I think it was the 10th day of spring. We were on of year 8. I think, when that happened and we totally screwed over the stuff. But as you can see, they've already filled up most of these crates and just barely scratched the surface on these fields here. It'll probably take everything we have here plus another, you know, stockpile somewhere above or below it. To clear off this entire field, because there's like 30 of them. There's like this many strawberries per field here, or per plot, I should say. It's probably like 1,000, well, more than 1,000. Probably like several thousand strawberries per field on these two fields alone, and this one. I'll have to remember that, not to dig out that place next time we get down there. So we'll have to be heading back down there, for sure. But it won't be for a little while. What time is it? Damn, 1:20. So I'm gonna get a bit more recording done. But, we'll have to deal with it. Yeah, see, they've already cleaned out everything over there and there's no more room. Still waiting on more of these. Are we actually waiting on... what are we waiting on? I guess planks, that's what we're waiting on. He's got one more crate he's making. Then we gotta make more of those. So unsuspend this. We'll get them doing their work. Let our guys chop up their trees there. We got plenty of them. Let's see. I guess they're moving that stuff down too. Very well. We'll suspend that so they're not wasting time there. And this as well. I just gotta remember not to dig into anything, I guess. Any kind of more cave openings, even though doing so is beneficial, because then you can show the ore around those areas. But it's gonna cause that kind of a lockup. I'm surprised Rebel hasn't even addressed that yet, which is the fact that enemies should not be able to spawn if they don't have a direct path into, to where your gnomes are at. So in other words, if there's no path to attack a gnome from a place where an enemy is going to spawn, they should not spawn. On top of that, there should be spawn limits on what can spawn. For instance, with beetles, they can spawn until, they crash the game. That's how it works. It shouldn't be like that, though. They should only be able to spawn up to a certain point, at which point any other spawns are, stopped. And they should only be able to spawn if they have the ability to spawn and attack. Spawn within an area where they can have a direct line of attack to a gnome. Of course, they could have spawned and done that, and then we walled it off, and they've expanded to such a point. Again, that's where the whole, truncating of the spawn amount of spawns of a certain enemy is comes in. But at the same time, it doesn't deal with the fact that you've walled them off and now they're stuck down there without any way of being able to attack you or be attacked. I think in that circumstance, after a certain amount of time, any enemies that do not have, let's say, like after 5 in-game days, if an enemy does not have, has not achieved the ability to make a path to a gnome, not to attack it, just if they can't make a path to a gnome at all, then they should be deleted from the game. And there's just a lot of those kind of things that can be made to make the game less stupid, if you will. I think it's totally stupid that enemies can spawn so much that they can actually cause the game to crash like that. Well, it wasn't crash, but it wasn't processing either. Even my friggin' 3690 at 4.6 gigahertz could not process the information fast enough to make the game run any acceptable FPS. And like I said, it was literally running about 1 in-game second for every 3.5 minutes of real time. Trying to figure out how I'm going to do the Skyrim announcement video whenever we get to doing that. I laid out a whole hypothetical time frame in a small update I attached to the Persona 4 Walking Dead / yesterday announcement video that's going to be going up. If it hasn't been put up already, soon. About that, and it's just because I have this idea in my head. However, as is usually the case, the idea I have in my head is pretty hard to freaking do. Because I have some awesome ideas, but the ability with which to make those ideas become reality, it's kind of hard. Like, for instance, I'll let you in on a little secret. Like, for instance, for my Half-Life 2 mod, Combat Insurrection, I have this idea where you are in the back of a truck, guarding the rear, if you will, while Alex or another Resistance member is driving you to trying to get away from a strider that's chasing you through the city. And as the strider is chasing you, it's going through buildings, knocking them over, and we have these epic collapse scenes happening where with cinematic physics where the buildings just break apart and fall down. Similarly to how the cinematic physics collapse demonstration video was shown, and have it like blowing apart buildings with its crap. what is that weapon that uses the that blue ray of doom it uses. Kind of time warp singularity gun thing it uses. And it's an awesome visual, but actually getting that to happen within the game, within the source engine, is going to be hard to sell. And there are many such insanely awesome epic scenes floating around in my head. Alright, so we got maybe most of the army. There's still some down there they're grabbing, but for the most part, it seems like they're bringing up the last of it. They're going on for the ingots now. Dingle and Fedak. Huh. Well. Okay, so it looks like, I don't know, I guess they're still bringing stuff up. That's interesting. I'm just wondering if there's any amount of ore down there they're still bringing up, even if it's just a little small bit. It seems like there's some that are bringing a few up. The problem is that I'm trying to figure out why they aren't just all going down there and grabbing it for, instead of dealing with the bars over here to ingots too. Why wouldn't they just focus on the ore first? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe they're doing something else, so that's why. See, it looks like they're done with the ore now, so we're going to suspend that. We're going to unsuspend this. And have them work on that now. So how many, we got 19 planks. Oh, it's cabinets. I want the one that's one down from there. Hopefully we'll be able to do this in addition. Get them both going. So I'm doing is I'm just trying to clear off these fields. I managed to get all this cleared off and all this cleared off and some of the other stuff down here, but I couldn't get everything cleared off. There are still a bunch of wool out here and cotton. There's not enough room in there for everything, but we'll let them do that now. And then we'll get to mining. I'd actually exposed quite a bit of material, which sucks. Although, to be honest, I had just started on it. It wasn't that long. We're actually going a bit faster this time than we did last time, for some reason, with all the cleaning up and all that. What the hell? Does he have a bronze sword? Oh, it's a hand axe. Never mind, I didn't see the axe head on it. I was gonna say, what the hell? Why would I have a bronze sword for? Bronze is bigger than steel. So as you can see now, all the mats are friggin' obliterated. But now we got all these goblins roaming around. The problem with the whole thing is that the goblins after a while will leave because they'll run out of, resources to be able to stay. And the mants will start showing back up. While they're here though, they end up killing the workers, or the scouts, so that the mants don't show up here. And if they do, they kick their asses. But after they leave, the scouts come and then it all starts all over again. The problem is trying to get it timed right so that you don't have goblins roaming around everywhere, but you have no mants either. So typically right after the goblins have come storming in, or the mants have come storming in, and they've killed each other off significantly. Because then you have kind of a free range going on. That timing's almost never perfect. Hers. Or rather, her, I should say. Most of them probably didn't make it past the borders. So I'm trying to keep pace with the with our choppers here. Plank creators, or plankers. And not try to outpace how fast they're working with the speed at which my guys are creating crates. Of course, that's not really getting balanced correctly, but it's good enough for the moment. Give us a little bit more time, I think. Although they're almost done anyway, so they're gonna come out here, grab this stuff, and then they'll start bringing over whatever they can from here over to here, which will be, I think, the string and the bolts of cloth to be stored inside of crates. So that whole stream of gnomes is going to die off, though. Because they're out of bags. It's getting pretty close, I think. It's like 2 trips and they fill up one of the bags, essentially. Or do they have 6432, so it might even be less. Yeah, so here we go, they're bringing over the cloth and whatnot. Now what we're going to do is undo this. And re-suspend that, and let them continue with the clearing off these fields. The more items you can get off of your fields and off of the world as a whole, the better off you'll be as far as frame rates. If you have a weaker processor, that is. Because each item that's sitting here takes up some space inside of your computer's memory / processing, so the more cleaned up you can get your base and world map as a whole, the better. Of course, if you run into a cavern full of enemies, it's not going to matter, because they'll just lock up anyway, so... You win some, you lose some. Attack of the right click again. As you can see, they've already filled up most of those boxes, or crates rather, with food, and it's insane how many strawberries there are around here. I mean, it's literally insane. The amount of storage space it's going to take to completely clear these fields off is just mind-boggling. Let's make one more crate, because we got space for one more.